Hey guys, this is your trusted weather forecast, and this is your April 2020 monthly outlook. Normally I would have posted this yesterday since that would have been about 3 days before the end of March, but I never got to it, so here it is now. It's still not April yet, so I'm on time. But before we start the video, I'd like to ask you to subscribe if you like weather-related content and want to stay updated on the weather. Subscribing is greatly appreciated, same thing with liking the video. Let's get right into it. This is the temperature outlook for April 2020. You can see there are various colors. I'll explain them. First, let's start north, and as far north as Montana, northern Minnesota, and as far south as Nebraska and northern Colorado is slightly below average temperatures. The aqua color there, slightly below average. Might not be super noticeable, but at times it could be very below average, and then there's times where it could be above average. And I leveled it out to slightly below average. Then there's also a portion of northern Maine that is also slightly below average. And towards the Gulf, central United States into the Gulf is above average. The orange color, the light orange color you see there spreading from Arizona and into Virginia is slightly above average temperatures. But then we get even deeper into the Gulf with Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, some of Arkansas. That's where you're going to see noticeable above average temperatures. And in the red region and coastal parts of coastal Texas and Louisiana, that's where you're going to see really above average temperatures. Basically anywhere in this darker orange region, across Texas through Florida, could be seeing a heat wave throughout April. So just keep an eye out on that if you live around these areas. And the gray is, as usual, average. Moving on to precipitation. It's mostly average for much of the United States, but there are some differences. Let's start in the northeast. Coastal I always say that. Coastal northwest is slightly below average precipitation, but then slightly to the east where it's still in the northwest, including Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, parts of Washington and Oregon, and northern Nevada and New Mexico, slightly above average precipitation. I could have expanded it more north into the United States-Canada border, but I wasn't too sure on that one. Then going into central United States and southern United States, that light green region, slightly above average precipitation. And then what we'll be focusing on is the darker green color, which is above average, where it could be considerable and could cause flooding in lots of areas, especially Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Moving into the northeast, parts of Michigan, parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Massachusetts, all the way through Maine, slightly below average precipitation, but the darker color in northern New York and northern Vermont will be below average, where it could be considerable. The severe weather for April is the red color is slightly above average, where you could see 1 or 2 severe storms above average, but the darker red is where you could see considerably above average, similar to March, where we could have multiple outbreaks in that dark red region. And I would also like to comment, there are multiple rounds of strong to severe storms moving in through Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, maybe Michigan, not too sure. But basically in the northern part of here, Great Lakes, okay. You could see multiple rounds of strong to severe storms moving in through early to mid-April, with how the models are looking right now. So I will make a video on that when time gets closer and confidence is higher, but that's why I pushed the above average higher north into the Great Lakes, because of those multiple rounds moving in. That's your trusted weather forecast for April 2020 outlook. Also, online school has been kind of pushing me back on videos, but I've been working on it. I will not have school until April 30th, so that's fun. And I'm also getting a new iPad. I'll be able to make better videos, and I'll actually be able to make better content for you. Because I'm getting a new iPad that's not the slowest thing in the world I've ever used in my life. So that's great. Make sure to like, subscribe, Leave a comment if you want. See you in the next video.